Folks, welcome to the Barber Shop, where we focus on cutting through the bullshit to provide you with information in order to make informed decisions. And today we're going to do a little off-topic conversation. We're going to talk about Teslas. One, because Elon Musk is one of the most polarized individuals on the planet. And two, because this is the best time ever to buy a Tesla. So I want to explain to you why and walk you through my thought process. So first and foremost, guys, I have always been a very big gasoline fan. I have a lot of cars. I've owned a lot of cars. Never owned an EV until recently. I had a Chevy Camaro SS, and we were pregnant with a baby, and I had to sell it so my wife could get a car that was safe for the baby. And in fact, Tesla Model Y is the safest vehicle on earth, according to ChatGPT, and I now understand why. So traded in the SS in order to get a Tesla. About 2 weeks later, I loved it so much that I went back and got myself one, a Model 3. She has a Model Y, and now I'm a double Tesla owner. So let's first get this out of the way. I understand that a lot of people hate Elon Musk. I understand why. He's gotten involved in politics, and things are so polarized these days that you either kind of don't like the guy or you hate the guy. Let me start by saying this. Whatever car you drive, do you know the CEO? Do you know what decisions he's making on a daily basis? I can assure you, you don't. In fact, I'm a car guy, and I don't know a single car CEO outside of Tesla. So put that aside, because if you are using that as weight to help you make a decision of purchasing a vehicle, you're missing out. Because I can boldly tell you that Tesla is, for the dollars, the best value you will get from both a performance, a quality, and a technology perspective. Now let's boil it down and talk about it. Now, historically, Tesla has always had elite and industry-leading technology. They're a technology company that decided to build cars. The problem is they made shit vehicles. Shit materials, shit quality. They drove like crap, but the technology was phenomenal. Now, I can tell you, they have not been in business very long, but every single year they are making strides, and their vehicles now are at a quality level that you should consider buying one. On top of that, the EV tax credits expire here at the end of September. $7,500 for a new vehicle, and I think $4,000 for a used one. This is my wife's Model Y. Like I said, we bought this, and 2 weeks later I went and got my own for two reasons. One, the self-driving is unreal. You literally do not need to drive the car yourself. You put in an address, you hit a button, it drives for you. I've taken it through rush hour traffic. I've taken it through construction zones with people walking across the road. It is a better driver than 90% of humans are. Number two, the quality of life features are unlike anything else I've ever seen. Just like quick, stupid example, I figured this out the other day. You want to see if it's raining in your area, you've got a live radar map that you can just hit at any point in time. Lastly, EVs, if you have the resources, are much easier and more efficient than gas vehicles. By resources, you almost need to have a garage or a place that you can charge it. If you can't charge it at home, it's going to be a royal pain in the ass. So with all that as the backdrop, let's first talk about what Tesla you should get. What's the difference between my Model Y and my Model 3 performance? And then we'll talk about how you should go about getting one, because as I mentioned, there has never been a better time to own a Tesla. Now, you'll notice both cars are very, very similar. White interior, same screen. The quality is a bit better in the newer one. This is a 2021. That's a 2026 Juniper model. I think it's a 2026. The quality has gotten a lot better in the new ones, but that's not to say the quality's bad in these. You can just notice a bit more road noise and a couple more rattles. You can just tell that the quality was not quite as good as it is, but it's still phenomenal. They are very, very similar. Everything across the board is very similar, so that shouldn't be a part of your decision. All right, now what's the right Tesla for you? Most people aren't going to get a Model X, an S, or a Cybertruck because they are not as accessible from a price perspective. So let's talk about that. If you can afford those vehicles, they're $100,000 vehicles, you probably don't need to watch this vehicle. For everybody else, you're going to be looking at either a Model 3 or a Model Y. Both are very, very good and very accessible. If I was to boil it down into one statement, Model 3, far more fun to drive. Model Y, far more comfortable for day to day. They're similar sizes, but the Model Y is like squished in and taller, and it's just way roomier on the inside, much better trunk space. It's easier to get in and out. This thing's so low to the darn ground that it's kind of tough, especially wearing a suit, because I wear suits every day, to get in and out of the vehicle. So if you're not a big sports fan or sports car guy, just get a Model Y. I mean, they're still fast as crap. And they are better for day to day because of they're just more comfortable. You got more space in there. It's easier to get in and out of, and they're still fast as shit. Now, like I said, today or right now is the best time ever to buy a Tesla. And let's talk about why. There's two ways you want to buy a Tesla. Number one, if you drive less than 12,000 miles per year, their lease deals are phenomenal. You can lease a brand new Model 3, which is a slightly different body style than this. They look amazing. This is the performance. You can't lease the performance for this price, but you can lease a brand new Model 3 for $299 per year. It comes with all of the same features, every ounce of technology that this one has, and then some, because it's a newer model, you will get in the $299 baseline Model 3 long-range model. The Model Y goes for about $350. Their lease deals are phenomenal for the base models. Now, as you start venturing away from the base models, the lease prices start to get a bit out of control. There's just some very, very good deals on the base models for the Y and for the 3. If you have a child or a family, the Model Y is going to be the better bet. If you're driving solo, just you and the gal, then get the Model 3 because they're more fun. Like I said, they're hard to get in and out of because of how low to the ground they are. Now, if you drive over 12,000 miles per year or you want to entertain a higher level model, hold on, we got to take a sip of beer. Saturdays are for Bud Lights. We're getting after it. Then you want to go to the used market. Teslas have depreciated so damn much for two reasons. One, obviously the backlash that we've gotten from Elon Musk has been significant, and a lot of people brought in their Teslas and turned them in, especially the ones that were emotionally fragile, that care more about trying to make a statement to a dude that will never even know you're making a statement to him than their own quality of life, because you're never going to get another vehicle for the same price or in the same ballpark that you would for the Tesla. They are just so much better. And two, Hertz, for some reason, has offloaded all of their Teslas. So the used car market has been absolutely flooded. In addition to that, you currently get a $7,500 tax credit for buying brand new and a $4,000 tax credit for buying used. Now, there are income limits to that. I didn't get either on either one of my cars. That being said, if you're purchasing new, there are income limits. If you're leasing new, there are not, and that's applied to your lease deal right away. So regardless of how much you make, lease deals with Teslas are freaking phenomenal. It is something that you should entertain. If you're going to drive over 12,000 miles per year, or you want to get a higher level model, a performance model, or even an all-wheel drive long range, which is still pretty damn fast, not quite as fast as this because we're doing 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds, maybe around 3 seconds. Pretty damn fast though. Then you want to go to the used market. In fact, I got this one here. It's a 2021 3 Performance with 30,000 miles. I paid $23,500 for it. $23,500. This car is faster than a Corvette. and it drives itself faster than a Corvette, and it drives for me. I don't even have to touch the steering wheel or the gas pedal. This, I got a lease deal for about $450. I'm paying a bit more because I did get the white interior, which they charge $1,000 for, and I did get the bigger rims, which they also charge like $1,000 or $2,000 for. So guys, just to boil it down, there has never been a better time to buy a Tesla. If you have some sort of resentment for Elon Musk, get over your bullshit. You are impacting your own quality of life for something that is never going to actually make a difference. The dude is going to be the richest man in the world, regardless of whether or not you drive a Tesla. And then also, you have no idea who the CEO of your company is. He could probably be dating a 14-year-old and you have no freaking clue because nobody cares if it's not Elon Musk. Lastly, the tax credits go away at the end of September. $4,000 for used vehicles, $7,500 for brand new ones. This is the time to buy Teslas. They are priced lower. The tax credit is available, both used and new, between the lease deals and the used market. It is a fantastic time. And lastly, I'll say this. The price to own one is cheaper than anything else you will ever drive. There's a lot of EVs out there. Tesla has better batteries, better range, and better sustainability, as their batteries last longer. You have a 10-year, 120,000-mile warranty on it. Most batteries are going to about 300 to 500,000 miles before they need to be replaced. Outside of that, there is nothing that can break. There's no starter. There's no radiator. There's no battery outside of the big battery. You don't even ever need to jump because you're always charging your battery. There's no transmission. There's no drivetrain. There's none of it. None of it. It's a battery, wheels, tires. You don't even need to change the brake because there's regenerative braking where it charges the battery as it's slowing down and it stops when you take your foot off the gas pedal. So it's like one pedal driving. So we can do more in-depth videos on each car and talk about, what's great about each one, what's terrible. But for now, guys, go get a Tesla. There's never been a better time. Quality, technology, and performance for your dollars. There is nothing on the marketplace. There's never been anything in history that even compares to these. I'm paying less than $900 per month for two vehicles that I enjoy driving more than anything I've ever driven. And I've had 18 cars and I spend a lot of money on vehicles. As you can see, I've got two shit boxes in the driveway right now that we're gonna have to get rid of. If anybody wants to buy a Jaguar XE diesel for very cheap, maybe $10,000, only got 70,000 miles on it, feel free to hit a brother up. Until then, stay classy, stay frosty, make someone smile today. Cheers.